What up guys, welcome back to the channel. So for a long time you guys have been asking me to react to my college highlights. So I'm gonna react to my college highlights today. I'm gonna react to my highlights from Pepperdine. I'm gonna react to my highlights from Baylor. You guys are not ready for these buckets. Let's go.
I'm so Austin Mills with the wrist, yeah. I'm so Austin Mills with the wrist, yeah. I'm so Austin Mills with the wrist, yeah. I don't think I can miss, yeah.
I want to start off by saying at some point I want to react to my high school highlights. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. Throw a thumbs up to this video. You guys have been asking for it. I'm finally delivering it to you. I was all-time scoring leader in high school at Beverly Hills High School, so I will do that at some point, but I wanted to do my college highlights first because you guys have been asking me for that. I'm gonna start off with Pepperdine. Originally, Pepperdine offered me a scholarship. I really wanted to go to UCLA or USC. They never offered me a scholarship. I went back to Pepperdine and they said, okay, we don't have any more scholarships left, but you can be a recruited walk-on and earn a scholarship. So I went in as a recruited walk-on with no scholarship, and I ended up starting as a freshman. I actually got injured like the beginning of my career in college at Pepperdine. I broke my thumb in practice, the very first official practice. And then when I came back, I had my thumb wrapped up. I still technically wasn't 100%. I played my first game against a Pac-12 school and hit my very first shot that I took, which was a 3 in the game, which was obviously a huge moment for me because I made it to the D1 level. I got injured, I came back and made my first shot. But no more talking, I'm gonna get started with the reactions. Okay, so this was at Gonzaga. This was actually the game I scored my career high. As you can see, it is a sick court. When we first pulled up to Gonzaga, the fans were going crazy. They all jumped up and down at the same time going, oh, 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 oh. And the arena is shaking. I was very nervous for this game, but obviously showed out. Sometimes when I got in like a rhythm and a flow, these were the types of shots that I took. I'm a shooter, and once you get in a rhythm, you just feel like you can make big time plays like this. So probably not the best shot because the offense was just starting. My center was running down the court and not there to rebound. But like I said, I was feeling it, just pulled up and knocked down the 3. This game was at home against Portland. I came off the bench and gave the team a lot of momentum. I came off the bench and gave energy and did what I could to help the team get a win. A nice little drive here and finish high off the glass over the big. As you can see, the team was pretty hyped about this. This was at Santa Clara. As you can see, the big man helps really high. My big man, Stacey Davis, rolled to the basket. His man is still out high. They didn't help, which made me make the little bounce pass to Stacey. As you can see, I was pretty pumped up there. So one of my guards, Teef Russell, drives down the lane, kicks out, top of the key 3. You can't leave me open. That's a nightmare. Guy realized he makes a mistake, knock down 3. This was on the road. I'm not sure why they put this highlight in. I had a lot of other highlights, but they added this one in. This was kind of like a strange, just random highlight. But as you can see, pick and roll. I might have been able to make that little bounce pass in there, but I didn't want the other team to get their hands on it. I gave it to the other big, who made a great play and finished at the basket. Again, this was at Portland, actually, another team that was in our conference. Jordan Baker, one of my other guards, comes off the pick and roll. My guy helps, kind of falls asleep, and I'm right there. Notice how fast I catch and shoot. I'm ready to shoot. I'm in rhythm. It's actually a pretty deep 3. That's more of like an NBA 3, but that is a knockdown, and the team is pumped up. At Santa Clara again, as you can see, this time the defender at the bottom helps on the big man, so I can't make that pass. Maybe could have slipped it in there, maybe, but instead I had a Teef Russell open in the corner for the bang bang 3. That's a point guard play right there. All right, Gonzaga, again, this was that game that I was killing. Came down on the fast break, kind of saw that my big down there on the block was moving out of the way. I kind of froze my defender with a little hezzy, like I was gonna pull up and shoot. Drove left, big man didn't help. Finish with the left hand. Right and left hand finishes are really important. All right, at Portland again, came down on the fast break, froze the defender again here, went like I was gonna shoot it. I had already hit a shot, so they thought I was gonna shoot it, and then I had my shooter, Nico Scowen, in the corner, kicked it to Nico for the 3 and the bucket. Team is hyped, bench is hyped. Love that. Another crazy place we played, BYU and Gonzaga were the 2 craziest places we played. BYU, the fans would like stand outside in the freezing cold waiting to get into the games. they were all screaming at us before the game. They don't cuss, they don't say any dirty things, so they would say things like, "You smell like poop," and like really nice insults, which I thought was hilarious. Really loud, really crazy place to play. So here I probably could have hit my shooter in the corner, but you know, I was feeling it. We were up 4, needed to take that 3 and knock that thing down. I was actually sick this game, like really sick. I had the flu. And it was like, screw it, I'm not playing at BYU. At Santa Clara, again, this was that same game. Remember, these are just highlights from my freshman year. So a lot of pick and roll in college, as you can see. Come off the pick and roll, get deep in the lane. Probably could have hit Stacey Davis, but again, I didn't want the defender to get a hand on it. My other big man pops, and he's got a money mid-range, so he was able to knock down the mid-range jumper. That's Jet Rains. Stacey Davis again here. This was that game against Portland where we came back and got the win. I probably could have catch and shot that one, but I kind of wasn't ready to shoot. I took one like momentum dribble, and as you can see, my other guard, Jordan Baker, was telling me to kick it out, but I was like, screw it. NBA 3, bingo bongo, bench is hyped, crowd is hyped. At Portland, defense is so important. Honestly, if I were to tell you guys one thing, I wish I played better defense. I wish I played more defense in college, and I didn't play enough or good enough defense. But here, big momentum swing. He crosses all over right in front of me. Big mistake. Thanks for doing that. I strip him. Let's go. Fast break. Get it out. We're out. I can't remember what team this was. They were orange. They came into our house. Big man sets a good screen. That's Stacey Davis again. Set great screens for me in college. But look, I mean, look how much space I have. Stacey rolls. The big man and the defender run into each other, and that leaves a wide open 3 for me. You stupid. Again, defense was good sometimes, not always good. Here I put pressure on the guard in the backcourt, stole it, and I think I just kicked that one out. This was at Tulane, so we were in New Orleans for a game against Tulane. As you can tell, not the busiest game of all time. Stadium was pretty empty, but caught it in the corner. This is the drill that I actually just showed you guys in my last video. I broke it down on how to do this drill and how to score in the lane. I get deep in the lane. I don't really have too many options here. The big doesn't help too much, but little kind of fadeaway floater off the glass all day long. Defense here, again, if you're aggressive, aggression really helps. I led to the steal, I got the fast break, and kicked it to another teammate. So here, I wanna show you guys, I advance the ball as I go up the court at Gonzaga, kick it to my teammate. They doubled, they had a defensive error, which left me wide open. NBA 3, bingo bongo, career high. This was, I think, Santa Clara at home. Jordan Baker, little bounce pass, kick out. I couldn't catch and shoot that because it was not the best pass in the world, but rip through, I showed you guys this in the video, rip through, one dribble, that's an and one. You guys can see him slap my arm. I didn't even get it. I finished, he tried to take a charge. You don't run the defender over, you stop your body and you float the ball and you get the layup. My coach was pissed, as you can see there. He's not happy. That's a foul. That's an and one. That's a big play. Caught the ball handler sleeping. He made a lazy pass, which led to this big steal, and I got fouled at the rim there. This was a big game for me. We played at Hawaii. This was pretty early on in my career. I had just gotten in the game. My coach wanted me to like run the offense and swing the ball. I wanted to score. I wanted to make plays. I called my big man out for a screen. He sets a big screen. Again, too much space. Bada bing, bada boom. My dad was there. He was so happy. This was at San Diego, one of our rivals. Kind of catch the defender sleeping down there. They were in a zone. No, this was actually in the West Coast Conference tournament. Caught him sleeping, easy layup, Stacey Davis, bucket. All right, here is, oh, I love this play. Here's a kick out, open for the 3, bad pass. Look, if that was a good pass, that would have been a knockdown 3. Bad pass over my head, so instead, just give him a little pump fake, kind of throw him off balance. That's a jelly before the jelly. All right, this is the last play in the video. This is the 3 that I was telling you guys, my first game ever as a college basketball player against Washington State, Pac-12 school. Jordan Baker drives, gets the defender to take the big man, which left me wide open. They didn't know about me yet. They didn't know, you can see the wrap on my hand. They didn't know, look, he even tried to jump and block it. Too late, bada bing, bada boom. I still get so hyped about it. So those are the Pepperdine highlights from my freshman year. I didn't have a sophomore year mixtape. I didn't play that much. Politics involved. That's why I actually ended up transferring from Pepperdine to Baylor. Now we get to Baylor. So same kind of thing that happened at Baylor. I played a lot my junior year. I was a backup point guard. They really needed me to be the backup point guard. I came in and made big plays when I needed to. It was tough because I would play a couple games and then not play a couple games and then play a couple games and not play. You want to try and get in a rhythm and a flow, and it's hard to do that. And sometimes when you don't play 3 games and then coach calls your name off the bench in the second half, you're not necessarily ready to go, but you always got to be ready to go. And that's kind of what my role was at Baylor, unfortunately. And my senior year, I didn't play that much. I made a mistake in the NCAA tournament my junior year, and then I guess coaches lost confidence in me, and I didn't play that much my senior year. So this is mainly highlights from my junior year, but still, first year at Baylor, playing in the Big 12, the best conference in the country when I was there, Kansas, Iowa State, West Virginia. I mean, amazing, amazing schools. All right, so let's get started. So first bucket here, this was at Iowa State. We hadn't won at Iowa State in like 5 years. I hadn't played in like 3 games at this point, and as you can see, there's 10 minutes left in the second half. Coach calls me. I was actually eating Gatorade gummies on the bench, and I was like mid-bite, and I had to put the Gatorade gummies down and go in the game. And couple plays had gone by, it gotten warm a little bit. Jonathan Motley, one of my best friends, sets me a big screen, gets the defender out of the way, NBA range, buddy, you're too far. That's my boy Matt Thomas, who plays in the NBA now, that's guarding me. We mess around about this all the time because he actually hit a shot right after this, but big 3 here, nail it. Bench goes crazy, my boy John Hurd on the bench. I think that's Dang also on the bench. Those are my boys. We always hung out on the bench together, so they were hyped for me. And we actually ended up winning that game. The first game we won in Iowa State in like a long time. At Texas Tech, Taurean Prince, also one of my best friends, now plays for the Nets. This was a play where he sets a screen for me, and then Rico Gathers sets a screen for him, which leaves him open for the 3, and bada bing, bada boom, don't leave that man open. All right, catch it on the baseline, rip through like I was telling you guys, get to the middle of the lane. Now when I get here, we can either do that step back floater like I did in the video with an athletic defender on me, or kick to Royce O'Neal in the corner, also still one of my very close friends, plays for the Utah Jazz, knock down 3, wide open in the corner, no brainer. This was West Virginia, played a little bit this game, not that much, went in at the end of the game, coach was like, close it out. Probably could have just like dribbled it out and held it, but I was like, screw it, I want to get a bucket. Took 2 guys. Listen, here there's 2 options. You either finish high arcing over the defender or you drop it off to the big. I was going for the bucket. High over the defender. He tried to block it. Are you nuts? Big bucket. The announcer in this called me Bob Cousy, which I love that. This was at a tournament in Vegas. We were playing Continental Tire, Las Vegas, Invitational. A bunch of good teams in this. Played Memphis here. Obviously, first half minutes, played a lot of minutes this game. Got a steal and a great kick ahead to Royce, who then kicked it ahead to TP for the lob and the dunk. Here, you got to make sure you always get loose balls. Coaches hate when you don't get loose balls. Get the loose ball, kick it to my boy TP, who finishes my assist. That's why I passed to TP. Listen, if you'll make shots, I'll pass to you. TP, knockdown. Making me look good. Taking the ball out of bounds here, you as a guard, you have to see the entire floor. So we had a play where things would happen here, but you also had to keep your eye on the corner, and of course I got Royce in the corner. I'd rather take Royce in the corner than a layup and a potential turnover in the middle. Eyes are everything. So if you're looking one way and passing another, you're gonna throw the defenders off. I looked at Dang, threw the defenders off, Royce. That's a layup in the corner. At Vandy, this was a huge game early on in the season. We went and played at Vanderbilt, which is like a weird court. Your bench is behind you. You have to like dribble the ball at half court and look back at your coach and get all the plays. It's really trippy. But anyway, I played really good this game. I think I had like 8 points. Swing. They were in a zone. They didn't know who I was. Top of the key, swing. Ready to shoot, ready to go. You see perfect form here. Bada bing, bada boom, bucket. Again, Rico Gathers, probably the best screener I've ever played with in my life. Played football with the Cowboys after Baylor, so it just shows you what a monster he was. He used to set crazy screens. Sets a high screen for me. We call this a step-up screen. Sets the step up. I drive towards the baseline. Now, he rolls here. Rico is a guy that you need to get the ball around the rim because he needs to be able to either catch and dunk or catch and lay it up. He wasn't like a jump shooter, so I wasn't gonna give the ball to him at the free throw line, but I gave him a little pause, like I was gonna give it to him at the free throw line, and that froze the defender, which allowed for me to go and lay it up right over the defender. He didn't even try to block it, he tried to take a charge. I moved to the side and laid it up. Bucket. Taking the ball out again, I was really good at taking the ball out. As you can see, Al Freeman sets the screen, but then Rico sets the screen for him. That's a big screen. That's an assist for Austin Mills. Al Freeman, 3 in the corner. Texas Southern, this was early on in this was like in December, I think around Christmas time, came in the game. As you can see, it's a lot of stop and go, a lot of freezing defenders. So I act like I was gonna pass the dang there in the middle, didn't, froze the defender. Now the other big has to step up, drop it off. Rico gathers, done. Here again, handling the pressure is a big thing in college. You gotta be able to handle the ball at the top, not get the ball stolen, run the offense. That's what I did here. Spun off my defender, got in the lane again, made the defender step up, and you know what that means, drop off to dang and bang out for dang. Big play here, watch this. I get beat, I don't like getting crossed over. I got crossed a little bit, but if you go by me, you better make sure that you protect that ball, and if you don't, I will strip you of your cookies. Stripped him, got the ball out, got it to Freeman, layup, let's go. Another play here, love this play, got him on the pump fake, look at that. Where are you going? Got in the lane again, they stepped up, stupid mistake, down to TJ Maston, bang out. As you can tell, a lot of being a point guard is getting in the lane and either floating or making that bounce pass to your bigs. This is the last play. Love this play. There was so much momentum, so much hype. We were up a lot already. This was like the finale. This was the bone crusher here. Bring it down the court. Simple trail pass to dang, clear the lane. Oh my God. All right, guys, that's a wrap on the video. So I went through Pepperdine, I went through Baylor. As you can tell, I kind of had similar roles in both places. Come off the bench, make the right play, make open shots, swing the momentum of the game, get the team hyped up. That was my job. I played my role. I played a solid amount of minutes in both places. I honestly had an amazing career. Everything kind of happens for a reason, I believe. I realized that my time after college, I didn't love it as much. I didn't play as much. I was working my butt off, but everything happens for a reason. And now I'm happy to be able to make videos for you guys and continue to do this stuff. So finally, I made this video for you guys. Please give me a thumbs up. Please comment below what you think, anything you have to say, any videos you want me to do. If you want me to do that reacting to my high school highlights, I will do that. I scored over 2,000 points in high school. The video quality is not the best, but hey, it does the job. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe below. I will put link in my bio to my last video. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and we're out. Peace.